Guys, it's Chrissy with Chrissy's Divine Design Tarot, and today we are doing a reading for, excuse me, a collective. So let's see what the holdup is for the collective when it comes to meeting their soulmate if they haven't already. So let's have a look. This is for singles and relationships. So take it how it shows up for you. Those definitely want to come in. All right, somebody is definitely sad here with the energy. There might be a third party involved. Somebody's crying with somebody that's showing up and saying they are emotionally available. However, is somebody celebrating uh, that you're sad? Possibly. So let's just see what this is. Yeah, this is a tower moment. This is where it all comes crashing down on the ground. You are showing up as the counterpart to this person, however, and you may have a purpose of your own that you are meant to be doing or are doing at this time. However, somebody here is dissatisfied. You might be dissatisfied. They may be dissatisfied. You're walking away, or they're walking away from you. So take it however that resonates for you. Looks like there is a breakup. So, what is the root cause of this holdup other than this breakup? Let's see what else is, what other issues might be here for either you or your person or both. So, let's do you and your person. How about that? Fear of touch. So, don't touch me. You might be worried that this person may try to take something that isn't theirs or that they are going to touch you and make you melt all over again. Yeah, it's too soon. So you might go back to this person if they come in for a kiss or something, and you might be right back where you started. Yeah, and you might be starting to demand things. You have to leave that other person, or you're not having me here, and then you're just going to push this person further away. However, if your idea is why this person maybe left you to begin with or had another encounter with someone else, maybe because you're demanding too many things, too demanding. It's impossible standards for your partner to meet, and they found somebody that was less demanding. Let's just see on their side. They may have been seeking perfection. So you might be mediocre to this person, and anything that's better comes along. They're going to go with that. So they may have a wandering eye, but they are too attached to you. They don't want to give up you. However, they don't like what's going on and they're seeking others. Um, they may feel like they're unlovable or that you're just unlovable. So let's just see here. Holding on though. Somebody, or you're both hanging on to this. So interesting enough, you're both hanging on to the same thing here. You're both impacting each other in a negative way. And yeah, you're both displeased about this relationship and you're both displeased that maybe this person found someone else to entertain them. However, they don't want to let go of you. It's almost like a control thing. However, it might be you being the one to trying to control something here, or you're trying to get this person to see your worth. And if they don't see your worth already, then they're not going to see it by you demanding it. They have to see that on their own. However, they're not letting you go, so let's just see how you feel about each other. Okay, so you might be married, or this was somebody you were married to. Let's just see here. Or that you were supposed to get married to. Maybe you've talked about marriage. Maybe when you were getting to know each other, you were talking about marriage. Maybe you eventually got married. You maybe made the effort. However, that may not have been the case on the other person's side. You may have been too clingy or demanding. Let's just see. They thought you were the one. So that might be why they asked you to marry them. They maybe felt things were a honeymoon phase for a long time, and now they just want to free themselves from you. They're going to try to take back control in their own life and having you not be demanding about it. You both deserve love. You both are lovable, but it just looks like you both aren't with the right people or the right type of person. So, what obstacles are in the blocking here? This could be a number of things that you're holding within your body or other people. So it is about self-worth for you. You can't demand them to see your self-worth. If they don't see it, then that's not your problem. You know your worth. You know you have good qualities. You're a good person. You may be a little trusting to people that you thought you could trust, and they may have broke that trust. Yeah, you might be isolating yourself from this person and you just feel like you've been tricked. So you may even be trying trickery of your own to try to get this person back. They're on a quest of their own, it looks like. What is this? Yeah, they're not going to let you in no matter how much you demand it. And they're servicing others. So there's not much you can do when it comes to that. This is definitely a block to you. Now, you may have even created children with this person, and that may be a factor of why you're both holding on to one another, especially when it's your baby mama or your baby daddy. So let's see here. What actions are going to happen at this point? So there is a gateway you're going to walk through. I feel like you might be the one walking away. You're just taking day by day here, and you know your truth. So it looks good on your end. You're doing all the right things because you can't demand this person to see you or see your worth. All right, they want to heal some chaos that's going on. So whoever they went with is being a little chaotic to them now. Maybe they're looking back at you at going, oh, maybe I didn't have such a bad thing to begin with, but they are starting a new beginning with someone else, and they're taking a lot of risks and a lot of risks on your behalf. So let's just look at the bottom of the deck. Yep, big change is coming in. So it looks like you're going to find a way through all this, however, and you might be seeing this from a different view. So let's just look at what the outcome may be about this, because I feel like there's definitely things that you're seeing maybe about this person that you weren't seeing before. Let's see. Yeah, you are doing the work on yourself, healing this out. You're excited about maybe having this freedom. Maybe this is the first time you've been single in a long time. And there is somebody that's kind of come in, but it may be a while yet before they do. Now, is this a year, two, 5, 10? I don't know. They're romancing other people, so you don't have to worry about that. They're going to use their own intuition and guided to where they need to go. And they may end up come up short on this. Their breakthrough is short-lived. So it's almost like there was an object of desire and that's the end of it. They might even be trying to harass you once this person comes in because their shit didn't work out. Let's see what's going on the bottom of the deck. You're going to have to make a decision on what you want to do here. Are you going to take this person back or are you going to keep going forward? Maybe you're making decisions about children. However that is for you. Now let's see what gateways you may need to walk through in this decision. Now, when it comes to this Knight of Pentacles that's taking a while. Oh, you're on the fence about this person. They might be showing their reflection. You might be reflecting on your own by walking through this door. So is this a twin flame? It could be. Let's see here. What else is showing up? Which door? All right, this one wants to come. Shadows. You're going to do your shadow side of things. you are going to do the work, like truly do the work. And this may be why this person's going to take a while to get there, because you are going to do your introspect on your inner journey and your unconscious in, and your integration into the right path, or once you find your way out of the dark. And it's about balancing both sides of yourself, your masculine side and your feminine side, to balance in a way that you can be your best version of self. So you may be seeing things about yourself that you weren't ready to see, or when you do see them, you may be contemplating a lot of things here. Yeah, contemplation, rumination, deliberation, and introspection. So, when you are doing this work on yourself, this introspection, you're reflecting on a lot of things. Now, I feel like this may be that you are looking back at your journey, like that number 7 in numerology, reflecting on the journey that you've had. You're assessing things, analyzing things in order to make the moves ahead to get to that rewarding life, or to that best version of self, even your best life and what you want for yourself. And maybe you've always gone along with whatever your partner wants for their life instead of forging your own way forward, and always making your life about their life instead of having a life together and having those common goals. It may have been that you gave a lot of the power to the other person, and you may not have had this equal give and take here. So let's just see what else comes up. Miracles are coming in for you, and this may be what you never thought was possible. I feel like this is something that you have been waiting for a long time when it comes to a partner. There's a lot of wonder, a phenomena. There is marvel, blessings, extraordinary, and divine. So Spirit's going to help you see some things here when you come through this gate. And this may be that you have some abilities of your own. And depending on what decision you make, I feel like Spirit's going to try to show you the way by getting you to do the work on yourself, so you're in that better space where you're in looking at things with that half full cup instead of the half empty, and looking at things a little differently once you've done the work. And when you get to that forgiveness stage, when you're ready to forgive other people that have hurt you, and you may just talk to Spirit about this, about wanting to forgive those that are maybe trespassed against you, if you will. Um, or maybe you have. So, however that works for you, shame can be just as powerful as guilt for or any other negative energy that you may possess. So, whether it's you that's done it or someone else has done it to you, and you are truly a victim, however, don't hang on to that victim mindset. Even though you've been that victim, you can still be a survivor. So let's just see here. Yeah, you are a wounded warrior that comes out the other side. You may have endured a lot, but you still come out. Um, it's a, it's like success after a setback, right? Maybe it's an injury or an accident or an illness, or you've been wounded by other people. There's healing here. Okay. Now, what is your decision? Oh, King of Cups, somebody that is emotionally available. I feel like whoever this is, they're showing up as pentacles, but that's because they are taking a long ass time to get there. And we all know with that King of Pentacles, they take a long ass time to get there. It's that slow and steady wins the race. So it may be that they take a while to get there. Maybe they have a lot of earth energy in them. So interesting enough, I feel like with this person that's coming in, this King of, or this Knight of Pentacles, that's taking a while, this King of Cups, it may be a water sign that you end up with. Now, this could be a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. So, and if you are an earth sign, there's a good chance that you're willing to have this person if you're um, a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. But there are limits to this because Virgos allow Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgos, and Pisces into their orbit. If you are a Capricorn or have Capricorn in you with that Earth, they like water signs and they also like earth signs. And then, of course, if it is somebody that has fire as well, it might be that the fire and the air match better. So it looks like they may have a combination of different signs that they have. However, this is somebody that you're going to be very excited about that comes in for you. So let's find out what this might be for their initials and see what shows up for you, collective. All right, they may have a T in their name. There is a transformation that you will do. There is somebody here where you're going to be able to meditate on things, spend time alone, silence your doubts, and I feel like this might be you. However, they may have a Q in their name. It doesn't have to be. H, hope. Keep the faith, don't give up, expect a miracle. And we did see miracles somewhere around here for a gateway, I thought. So, yeah, I think it's this one here. Miracles, yes, it is. So, definitely is miracles happening with this. And an E, enlightenment, share insights, show the way, reach the pinnacle. So, I feel like you're going to, even though you have maybe children with this person, you're going to find a different way through here. And you're going to set these intentions. I like it. You're going to make solid goals. You're going to take an action plan and you're going to hold that vision to where you get to in that best life scenario or your better version of self, which you're definitely working on. I like this for you, collective. So please like, share, and subscribe. Become part of the Divine Oracle Tribe if you haven't done so already, of course. Love to have you. So take care, stay blessed. Of course, you are. I know you are. And we will see you next time. All right, later.